I took about 3 hours getting ready to film a video. I'm not even doing anything after. I'm just gonna be sitting around at my friend's house, eating food and watching TV, and this is how I decided to look today. I have to sneeze so bad. 1! That's impressive. Usually I do at least 3. Hello little ones and welcome back to my channel. And if you watch any vloggers other than me, I know what you're thinking. You are thinking, holy fucking shit, yet another vlogger with a stalker story. I know, but you know what? I figured they get to tell their story, so I might as well tell mine. Ugh. That sneeze made me like really sniffly. So the events of this story kind of happened when I was in 11th and 12th grade, so that was 6 and 7 years ago, if I'm doing the math right. Or maybe it was like 7, 8 years ago. Either way, it happened a while ago. And I know you're also probably thinking, once you hear the story, you'll be like, oh my god, Abby, that's not a stalker. And I'm like, like guys, it was very stalker-like. This is like... It was a lot to handle, okay? And when I asked my best friend today, I said, hey, I'm gonna do a story time about said person. On a scale of 1 to stalker, what would you rate him? She said 7.5. And you know what? Anything past like a 6, I count as like pretty good stalker material. So there we go. Just a disclaimer as well, I am going to be changing the names in this story. Well, there's only one name I really have to change, and that's his. So I am going to call him Gabe, because I don't know anybody named Gabe, so I figured it was a safe bet for somebody to, like, you know, for nobody to find out who he is. Not that anybody can, like, knows anybody in my life anyways, you know? I'm babbling. Let's get on with the fucking story. And if Gabe is watching this, and you kind of realize partway through the story that it's about you, I'm sorry. You're probably not watching this because we haven't spoken in years, so I don't understand why you would ever try to watch this. Either way, let's get on with it. Oh, sorry. Back in the day, not exactly sure what age I was, my older brother, Zach, he made a band. So my brother was a guitarist in this band. Somebody else in the band was dating this girl. I'm going to call her, I didn't think of a name for her. This is really sad. Let me just look at like the authors of the books that I own, and then I'll choose a name and then we'll just go with it. Fuck, I know like a name of every single, ooh, no, I know somebody with that name, fuck. Let's call her Emma. Somebody in my brother's band was dating Emma, and Emma's brother was Gabe. I used to be like a huge supporter of my brother's band. I would go to like every single show he had in our city, stand right up at the stage and pretend that I knew the lyrics, even though I didn't because it was all screaming and stuff and I just couldn't understand it, but I'd look at him and I'd think, you're doing good, dude. And I had a pretty close relationship with everybody in the band. I actually ended up having a little thing with somebody in said band, which I didn't tell my brother about until like a couple weeks ago. Like, I kept it a secret, so my brother wouldn't kill him, but you know, apparently he's good with it now, which is fine. And it's funny because, you know, somebody else in said band ended up sending me dick pics last year. I mean, like, I don't know what it is, but apparently being the guitarist's little sister just means, like, throw yourself at me. But when I was going to all of these shows, I eventually met Gabe because he went to watch with his sister, Emma. I'm gonna fuck up these names so bad. Gabe and Emma. I eventually met Gabe and, you know, I thought he was a little weird at first. He had like a spunky, I'm gonna call it, personality. And I mean, he was funny and stuff, and I could kind of tell that he had a little bit of a thing for me. Like, he stared at me a lot, like intensely. I'd be sitting there like watching my brother and then I'd just like look over and then his face would be like, just looking at me. I mean, I didn't think anything of it. I was like 16. I was like, hello. Oh my god. My highlight is ballin' today, by the way. Anyway, so after a few shows of him just like staring at me, he added me on Facebook and I was like, sure, whatever, Gabe, accept. We talked a little bit, not too much. I mainly talked about like the band and going to shows and stuff. We would be like, hey, you going to the show tonight? Yep, me too, cool, see you later. And then after a while, Gabe started to, I don't know if it was trying to flirt. I don't know if it was flirting. I mean, I wasn't having it, you know what I mean? It was cute that he liked me so much, but I didn't like him. Bailey, I am so sorry if you've been hearing my dog snoring in the background the entire time. I just fucking realized, like, I honestly tune it out and I'm sitting here, like, silently for a second. I'm like, Jesus Christ. She sounds like a fucking chainsaw. Bailey, wake up. Yeah, no snoring. You stay. No, you stay. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, you stay. the conversations on Facebook started getting like more and more frequent. He would like message me all the time and ask me for advice about stuff, and because I don't know how much older I was than him, I was a couple years older, and I would like give him advice just on like school and girls and stuff, I don't know. And then he started hanging out with me a lot at shows, which was fine. We just hung out, watched people on stage, but like he became really touchy after a while, you know what I mean? Like I'd say something like mediocrely funny and he'd be like, oh, like touch my arm or like my shoulder, like he put his arm around me, and I'm just like I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny, Gabe, come on, let's take a break. So after about like 2 or 3 months of us like being friends, talking on Facebook, he decided to tell me that he liked me, and I said, I didn't want to be mean and like immediately shut him down. I was like, oh, that's cute. Never once did I say that I liked him back. I just said, oh, that's cute. And then I think he asked me like if he had a chance with me, and at that point I was dating somebody and I wasn't interested anyway. Meanwhile, at shows, he was still like attached to my hip, constantly like putting his arm around me, hugging me. He would literally just like stare at me and just be like, you are so beautiful. You know, when my boyfriend does that, that's really cute, but like when it's somebody that you're not interested in and you know they're like kind of in love with you and you're kind of like hesitant around them, I don't know. It's just, it comes off creepy. And then that's kind of when the creepy stuff started. I did not have a cell phone until 12th grade. In my house, there was a rule that you could not get a cell phone unless you could pay for it, like buy it yourself and then pay for it monthly. After that, like my parents said, we are not paying for your cell phones at all. So when you can afford one, you can buy one. So 12th grade came along and I bought one. This was after like the whole year of us like hanging out at shows, or like him like hanging out with me at shows. I'd be trying to hang out with like my brother's girlfriends and it just wasn't working out apparently. Right before I got a cell phone, this is when everything started happening. So I'd be sitting there at school, minding my own fucking business. Like the first time it happened, it was so weird. Anyway, I'd get out of class and I'd go downstairs to go hang out with my friends for lunch. We'd always like do laps around the school because like we didn't want to eat and we were just bored, so we'd just walk around. And one day I'm walking through the school and there is Gabe just standing there looking at me, fucking runs up to me and hugs me, and he's like, I thought I'd surprise you. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, aren't you supposed to be in school right now? Like, when's your lunch break? He's like, oh, my lunch ended like an hour ago, but I wanted to come here to see you. Yikes. You know, I wasn't a fan of that idea. Whatever, I decided to be nice. I was like, you know what? It's like a one-time thing. He's gonna show up. He's gonna leave. I'll be like, okay, that was nice. I'll see you later. Bye. No, he did that about like 4 times. And like he would just show up unexpectedly and just expect to find me. And most of the time he would, because I'd just be fucking walking around the school minding my own goddamn business. And then there was Gabe staring at me. And I got a cell phone. And stupidly enough, I was dumb and I was like, yeah, you can have my number. And he would text me all the goddamn time. And then, you know, during class, I'd be sitting there and I'd get a text and he'd be like, I'm at your school, I'm downstairs. I'll see you at lunch. What the fuck? Why would you ever? Why? Or he'd like text me and be like, I'm gonna come see you. I'm gonna leave school in a few minutes and we're gonna hang out. And I'd be like, no, like stay in school. Like stay at school. Don't come visit me. And he's just like, no. Like, I'm coming to visit you, and he'd just fucking show up. And this happened so often. Like, my best friend fucking hated him because he just kept showing up at lunch, hanging around us, and she thought it was so creepy, and like, I felt bad for him, so I didn't really think it was creepy until like, I don't know, maybe like the 5th time. And then there would be times when I'd be sitting at home, just like on the computer, and I'd get a Facebook message that's just like, come outside, and he'd be at my fucking house. Like, guys, if that's not what you consider stalker-like, then what is stalker-like? Because that seems a little bit stalkerish. Showing up at my school to come see me when I don't want it. Showing up at my house to come see me when I didn't want it. Like, there'd be times I wouldn't even be at home, and he'd be like, hey, come outside. I'm at your house. And I'm just like, I'm not home. You know, it kept happening, and after a while, like, he stopped coming to my house and to the school, but he kept messaging me, and he would message me like 3 pages worth of stuff on Facebook telling me how much he was in love with me and what an amazing person I am and how beautiful I am. And I would keep like getting boyfriends on and off, and he'd be like, this person is so lucky to have you, and like they better treat you right because like I love you and you're so great. And I'm just like, oh my god. I don't even know how it eventually died off. I think that I just didn't answer his like the last message he sent me, which was like one of the longest ones. I couldn't handle it anymore, so I just stopped messaging him, and eventually he did give up. My dad's coming downstairs. Hello.
What are you doing?
Telling them a story about Stalker in high school.
Oh yeah.
Remember he used to like show up to the house?
Yeah, we were gonna kill him.
Yeah, and he like would show up to my school all the time. Yeah.
He was a fucking dork. Big day tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Scan?
And then after, none. Fucking cured. Okay.
No more cancer!
That's right. I'll let you go to your stuff.
Thanks, I'm almost done. Anyway, I know that that was like kind of short, and it was like short-lived. Well, actually it was like 2 years long. It was just like a lot of messages and stuff that like, I have the messages on my computer. Maybe I can like insert one right now for you to look at. I'll like blur the name, but like. That's just like a little bit of an example of what he would send to me. Yeah, but I would get those messages all the time, like at least like twice a day. So yeah, comment down below if you think that that was a stalker. I call him my stalker, my high school stalker, but I don't know if other people would consider that stalker material. I do. He showed up at my house. He showed up at my school like all the time. I think it's stalkery. If you guys have any stories that are similar, leave it in the comments below and let me know as well. I want to know what other kind of videos you guys want to see from me as well. I know I'm telling you to like comment a lot of shit below, but like seriously, let me know what you want to see. I want to make good quality videos for you guys. Hopefully within like the next month, I will be having a good webcam and I will be able to start gaming on live streams and stuff, which will be fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a like and subscribe if you're not already. All my social media links are linked below, and so is my Discord channel if you want to join that and talk to everybody in the community. I have an otters page, which I talk about all the time, but otters are my second favorite animal, and it's like the most amazing page ever. My good friend Kara constantly puts fucking otters in there, and it's so cute. Love you guys so much, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye!